Hi, friends, and welcome back to This Is For the Soul, and I'm your lovely host, Brianna Sade. On this podcast, we talk about all things mental health, personal development, spirituality, girl talk, you name it, we're going to talk about it. So today's episode is going to be more of a chit chat / life update to catch you guys up on what's been going on in my life, because I did take a break and I've just been going through a lot lately and doing my best to not crash out. When life gives you lemons, you just make lemonade. If you're watching the video version of this episode, you can tell that my environment / setup has changed again, and it will be changing once more very soon because I've just been doing a lot of moving. I was staying in one apartment. Once the semester ended, I moved out, went home. Then I moved in to temporary summer housing, which is where I'm at now for my job until I can move into my new apartment for the next school year. So it's just been nonstop for me. I just want to talk about adulting for a second because it's ghetto. Like, we have bills, deadlines, forms, work, money, more money, trying to remember if I've eaten. Like, there's so many things that come with being an adult. And the older you get, the more you realize that. And to add to that, I am a full-time student, educator, podcaster, and content creator. There's a lot on my plate. And so there's a lot that I have to do. There are days where I just don't want to do anything and I just want to lay in my bed all day and rot. But my mind won't let me do that because I know that I have so much to do. And even rest sometimes feels like a task or a chore, something that I have to force myself to do because I know that it is essential and that it's necessary to take that time for myself. But I'm also learning to be intentional with how I spend my time. So that way, when I am ready to pop out back into the world, that my energy is where it needs to be. The more that I have on my plate, the more that I need structure and a routine that actually works for me so I don't burn out, because burnout gets real over here. And to be honest, I've never really been much of a routine girly as much as I was forced to be growing up. And let's face it, we've all had some type of similar structure. Wake up, school, after school, dinner, rinse, repeat over and over again every day. Little did we know that routine / lifestyle was only preparing us for the 9 to 5 world before we even realized it. But that life just does not fit everyone. And some of us have later realized that we like spontaneity and switching things up, because I know I do, and that's how I operate. And I used to feel so insecure about that. And I used to think that maybe something was wrong with me because I couldn't stick to a solid routine every day. You don't have to stick to a routine. A routine is just something that somebody has in place to stay structured. And another thing too is I noticed that my environment also plays a role in this, in how I operate and move. Like, for example, I cannot function in a highly cluttered space. Like, when I tell you, my brain will just be all over the place, just like the room. Like, I need to have some sort of organization in the room, even if it's just a little bit. At least I know where everything is, what spot is where, because if I feel like I don't have control over the room, I'm spiraling. And that's something that's really big for me. But right now, I'm in an okay space. Might not be the best, but I'm in an okay space. And right now, I'm just choosing to honor where I am mentally, physically, and emotionally. And yes, I still do try to show up when I can, but I am also listening to my intuition. My body tells me to pause. I'm going to take that pause. And if you were to talk to me a year ago, I used to literally shut down whenever things did not go my way and let those intrusive thoughts win because they would constantly creep in. You know, those thoughts that continue to lie to us over and over again until we eventually believe them. And yes, it is very hard to not believe those thoughts. No matter who you are, you could be the most grounded, centered person in the world. There's still those intrusive thoughts that will creep in, but it's all a matter of what you choose to do with those thoughts. Sometimes they win. I'm just going to be honest. Last week, I actually had a podcast episode recorded and ready, and I was excited. I was. But I went to go edit it, and the audio was tragic. Microphone, no microphone, there was no saving the audio. So I did get a little discouraged and let my thoughts get the best of me. However, I had to pull myself together, and instead of forcing it and beating myself up about it, I took the time that I needed. And now I'm back and I'm in a better headspace. And sometimes that's literally all it takes, is to just take some time for yourself. Take the time that you need, because whatever it is that you were doing will always be there when you come back. And that is what my brand is truly about. It's about doing what's best for the soul. Sometimes that's recording a podcast. Sometimes that's journaling, crying, or even bed rotting. And other times it's just simply rest and reflection and taking the time that you need, doing the thing, saying the thing, and doing whatever your soul is yearning for, what your soul's calling is. And honestly, all it takes is ourselves. It takes ourselves. We are the key to aligning with our soul's purpose. So wherever you are right now, whether you're thriving, surviving, or somewhere in between, I hope that you know that it is okay to pause, reflect, and reset. New environment, new mindset. Let that be your mantra for this week. That is the end of this episode. If this resonated with you, feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe to the podcast, my YouTube channel, and also if you would like, check me out on TikTok at Soul Stage and Tarot, where I post mini readings, affirmations, and some more daily gems. I love you guys, and I will chit chat with you next episode. Bye. Mwah.